Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable President Ilham Aliyev, Honorable President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Honorable Ministers, distinguished delegates, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. At the outset, I would like to congratulate my dear brother President Ilham Aliyev and our brothers and sisters in Azerbaijan on your Independence Day and the way Azeri nation fought for its liberation. You earn high position in the Community of Nations. I would also like to, at this point, extend my heartfelt felicitation to my dear brother President Tayyip Erdogan for having very skillfully resolving the issue of PKK, and that goes to explain in volumes, my brother, your diplomatic skills to resolve this issue, and by virtue of this, you have earned a high place and influence not only in the region but beyond. My dear brother, President Ilham, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your very warm welcome and generous hospitality extended to my delegation and to me. It is a profound honor to join my very dear brothers, President Aliyev and President Erdogan, in this august setting that reflects the meeting of hearts and souls of genuine friends and sincere well-wishers. Watching the flutterings of flags of Azerbaijan, Turkey and Pakistan here in the serene beauty of Lachen, our hearts are filled with immense joy and pride. Excellencies, we met in July last year at Astana in the trilateral format and had the most fruitful discussions on issues of mutual interest. And now at this stunningly beautiful venue of Lachen, we are now eagerly looking forward to take our trilateral partnership to new heights that would be in consonance with the wishes and desires of our peoples. And this should be no surprise to anyone, as Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Turkey are bound together by deep historical, cultural and spiritual ties forged through centuries of shared values and mutual support. My dear brothers, in more recent times, this historic relationship has been further strengthened as we have stood by each other, whether it be on Karabakh, Kashmir, or northern Turkish Cyprus. Our strength lies in our solidarity and our mutual respect. This is but only natural, as our peoples too have given us their passionate support, as witnessed in the outpouring of love and affection in both Turkey and Azerbaijan. We could not but be mesmerized with the intensity of fervor and enthusiasm of our common citizens. During Pakistan's recent conflict with India, which not only failed to bring up any credible evidence against Pakistan, but also rejected our sincere and generous offer of a neutral, transparent investigation into the so-called incident at Pahalgam by any international body. My dear brothers, the world we live in faces numerous grave challenges, including armed conflicts, climate change, diseases, and economic crisis. This is why the three of us have assembled here today, opting for compassion while rejecting conflict. We are confident that patience and wisdom will ultimately usher in peace and prosperity. In today's unpredictable and volatile world, political security architectures, connectivity alignments, and emerging technologies are shaping the new reality. In such a situation, Pakistan is very fortunate to have sincere brothers like Turkey and Azerbaijan who have stood together with us as impregnable rocks and whom we can trust without a second thought, unhesitatingly. Brothers in arms, forever united in peace, justice, and morality. Dear brothers, I am confident that our time-tested relationship would not only be beneficial for the well-being of our own people, but also contribute to peace and prosperity in the region and beyond. This trilateral format is both very timely and of great importance and significance for all of us, as it gives us the necessary political ownership and the impetus to move forward collectively and in unison in all spheres of our common interest. Finally, I would once again like to thank you from the core of my heart to have supported Pakistan in the recent conflict, which was obviously very serious. It was an aggression from India against Pakistan for no rhyme and reason. And at that point in time, my very dear brother, President Tayyip Erdogan, your firm stand and your solidarity with the people of Pakistan, as well as my very dear brother, President Ilham Aliyev, your unwavering commitment with the people of Pakistan and firm stand during this crisis has earned highest level of appreciation and deep gratitude from the people of Pakistan, my government, and myself. And we will remain grateful to both of you and the both nations for all time to come. My statement would be incomplete if I, at this point in time, did not mention about the role of Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, who led the armed forces of Pakistan, who fought with great bravery and highest level of professional acumen, and the entire Pakistani nation standing behind our armed forces and him. I saw him during those moments, God-fearing, fearless, firm, and with an iron resolve, with patience, and obviously with fortitude to face that aggression. Alhamdulillah, with Allah Almighty's infinite blessings and kindness and the support of the people of Pakistan and your support, we were victorious. But I have said in all humility that we want peace in the region. Yesterday we wanted peace, today we want peace, and tomorrow we want peace. And that requires talks on the table on issues which need urgent attention and amicable resolution. That is the issue of Kashmir, according to the resolutions of United Nations and Security Council, and as per the aspirations of the people of Kashmir. Secondly is the water issue. Unfortunately, my very dear brothers, India tried to weaponize Indus Water Treaty, which is a lifeline for the people of Pakistan, 240 million people, for their agriculture use, their own use for drinking purposes, and many other purposes. I think this was most unfortunate that India tried to threaten to stop our flow of water to Pakistan. This is not possible, this was never possible, and this will not be possible, inshallah. We are making proper arrangements to ensure that India never ever does it. Finally is the question of terrorism. I have said in all earnest that if India wants to talk on countering terrorism in sincerity of purpose, Pakistan would be willing to talk to India on this issue as well. But this is a fact of life, my very dear brothers, that we are the biggest victim of terrorism around the globe. We lost 90,000 people, valuable lives of Pakistan, and we have lost $150 billion worth of economic losses over the last many decades. And there cannot be a bigger commitment and our intention to beat this menace for all time to come. And in that, if India wants, in all sincerity, honest cooperation, Pakistan would be willing, along with promotion of trade with India. All these issues need to be discussed on table. I would be extremely grateful for your support in this behalf, as my very dear brothers, and real brothers in fact. May Allah Almighty, in His wisdom and benevolence, guide us in the journey that we are undertaking. Thank you, my dear brothers. Pakistan, Turkey, Azerbaijan, friendship, Zindabad, long live this friendship. Thank you.